Folks, no need to panic. We're clearing up this problem as we speak. The Holden Towers will be back giving you that kind of special service you've come to expect. Some service, huh, guys? Got a call from Larry at the hospital. The lab reports the Holden Towers is the source of an exotic tropical disease. The same virus that knocked out Gabrielle and the guests.
Guests? Max, except for a few holdouts like Michael Grand, all the guests have checked out.
It's the same at Stars. It's empty.
And it gets worse. All the TV and newspaper reports have taken a toll, too. People are calling in, canceling reservations and bookings.
Well, at least when I'm broke, I'll have you guys with me.
How can you even think about business? People are dying. I don't know if they are. Hell. And we're not immune to this thing. If we're gonna save our lives, much less this hotel, we're gonna have to track down this virus before it's too late. Hi there. Excuse me.
No, you are not going anywhere until you tell me exactly what you're doing in this getup in my apartment.
I was rehearsing for the Halloween party. Yeah, that's it. You know how I like disguises.
Listen to me. Now, will you cut the wisecracks and tell me the truth? Are you the Halloween burglar?
You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not going to turn you over to the police. Aloysius! You don't understand. You're the only person who can help me find out about my past.
Don't make a sound, Slicky Smith. No! Sit quiet, I said. Don't even move. How do I know I can trust you? How do I know that you won't scream? Right. You make one sound. It'll be the last sound you ever make.
You can save your threats. I don't care about your criminal record.
Aha, that's the Nikki Smith I used to know and love. You always, for you people, they came first.
Listen, if you're really my friend, Aloysius, I need you to tell me about the old days at the White Lion when we first became friends.
I love to reminisce, Nikki, dear, but for all I know, those cops are right behind me. They could be trailing me right here into this alley right now.
Okay, then let's go someplace else. Any place, as long as we can talk. Why don't we go back to the White Lion? They won't look for you there.
No, they might have left somebody there in case I should go back. No way.
Well, then you pick a place. I don't care, any place.
Well, all right. Let's repair to your apartment.
My
Oh, the years have changed you, Nikki. As desperately as you need information from me, you're ashamed to be seen with me, to invite me to your home.
Oh, no, you don't understand. No, I haven't kept a place here since I worked at the White Lion.
But you're employed there now.
Well, yeah. You see, I just took the job temporarily because I need to find out about my past. I've got a hotel room, but it's uptown.
Oh, no. Too well known to the boys in blue. Why didn't I think of this before? We could go to your old crash pad, as we used to call it in the old days. It's just an abandoned building now. But that makes it all the better for hiding out. Come on, Nikki. If you want to replenish your past, we'll do it in style.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. You're right. At a time like this, business comes later. How can I help?
Count me in too, Max. Just tell me where to start, and I'll do my best to find that virus.
Well, first things first, we got to clear this place out. That means staff as well as guests. Steve, you handle the evacuation. Make sure it's as quick and orderly as possible.
You bet. What happens if they refuse to go?
We're not asking, we're telling. This hotel is closed as of now, and that includes Mr. Michael Grand.
Yeah, I'll do my best, Max, but Michael Grand may not take no for an answer.
Gives you a bad time? You send him to me.
Do you think, Max, you're gonna have to close down permanently?
Wondering about throwing your chips in with me, huh, bro?
No, sir. Wisest move I ever made. I knew it then, and I know it now.
Why don't we get started on the evacuation? If you take the guests, I'll take care of the staff.
Tell you what, while you two do that, I'm gonna run back to the hospital, check, see how Gabrielle is and the other victims. I don't know, maybe I can get a lead or something that can give us a clue where to start.
Great. After we get the hotel clear, then what?
Well, Larry says he has some medical people I can call. Somehow, some way, we're going to begin this search for this germ, this bug, whatever it is that started this whole disaster. Go on.
Look, Cassie, the fun and games are over, okay? If you let me up, I'll explain everything.
No, how do I know you just won't try and run away again?
Well, you don't, but that's half the fun of knowing me, isn't it? How unpredictable I am.
No, you know, I can think of a lot of words to describe you, but... Okay. If you give me your word for what it's worth, I'll let you up.
Thanks. You know, the next time you want to get close to me, there's nicer ways.
Cut the jokes and get in the den.
I'd love to, but I...
You want to go another round?
The den. Okay. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You really had me there. Of course, you gotta be careful sometimes when you think you got a guy right where you want him. Well, he's able to turn the tables on you.
Shall we talk now?
All right. Create a monster. All right. Probably want to know what I was doing here in your apartment, huh? Well, that's an understandable question.
Would you stop stalling and stop acting like some kind of cat burglar who broke in here to steal the fancy goods?
Well, who says it's an act? I mean, you and Dorian have a lot of very expensive, nice things here. A thief would be proud to rob you.
Now listen to me. I know you. I didn't work with you all this time for nothing. I know exactly what it is you're up to. You think you're going to catch the Halloween burglar this year, don't you?
No.
Oh, I know you. Now, I've got it. You are wearing this getup and this mask, and you're trying to get inside the guy's psyche. So you're trying to figure out what he's going to do next, and this is a practice run.
Nope. Nice
John,
try, but no cigar.
I know there is some professional reason which you have not filled me in on for pulling a stunt like this.
You think you know me, don't you? Well, yeah, 11 and a half months out of the year, I'm John Russell, private detective. But on the other nights, when the moon's full and the witches and goblins are out, I'm the Halloween burglar, and I have been for the last 3 years.
Choose any one of these syrups for your cough, and you might as well choose them all, because they all use the same cough suppressant. All except Benylin. Only Benylin gives you the choice of diphenhydramine, a unique cough suppressant.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another practical joke, another trick to throw me off balance. But no, I'm sorry, but it's all too true.
No, it can't be. You cannot
I can't be the Halloween burglar. Why? Someone has to be, right?
No, because you're arrogant and conceited and self-centered and impossible. Really, you're a million things, but you are not a thief.
All right, what about my sports car? Huh, that fancy sports car I drive? How do I afford that on the money?
I live with you. Remember, you lived on beer and peanut butter and crackers.
Well, yeah, that's the side you see at me at work and at home. But there's another side. A side that you don't know anything about. A side that has rented a storage locker on the other side of town. And you know what's in that locker? Jewels, oriental rugs, paintings, half of Landview's treasures.
No, you're making this up.
Oh, I wish I were. Sure, I mean, it's not as bad as it all sounds. I'm kind of a Robin Hood of the 80s, I guess. I rob from the rich and I give to myself. You're right, I'm nothing but a thief.
All right, if that's true, then how come you let Melinda go on her show to
What do you
try
mean,
and
let
catch
her?
a Halloween burglar?
Let her. I walked away from the Landview Crime Watch because I found out I was going to be a target. I had to disrupt her plans. Believe me, I hated myself for it. I hope you don't hate me too. I don't know what happens. It's some kind of a terrible inner demon inside of me that just comes over me and makes me do this stuff.
When the moon is full and the witches are out.
I know. I never believed that stuff before either. But it's happened. It's happened to me. Cassie, I'm a victim trapped in my own nightmare I can't wake up from.
Bull.
What?
I said bull! You are a lousy liar, and it is time you come forward with the truth once and for all.
The answer is no, Fraser.
But we're practically the only ones left in the hotel.
We've got to get out of here.
The virus can't even touch us. The inoculation Kavanaugh gave us is all the protection that we need.
It's not the virus that scares me. It's the police. If we're the only ones to stay here and we don't contract the virus, it'll look suspicious.
We're not leaving until I hear from the hospital.
You were just there. You saw for yourself the damage the virus has caused.
Yes, too much damage in Gabrielle's case. That is why I have left instructions to be notified the moment there is a change in her condition.
Oh, I get it. You're afraid the antidote you gave her is a little too late. And what if Gabrielle doesn't pull through?
Damn it, Fraser, she is going to pull through. The effects of the virus are going to wear off, and by the time that happens, we will have dug up the time capsule.
If you say so. I just hope when we find it is worth the price. Because if Gabrielle doesn't survive, we'll both be guilty of murder.
Larry?
Shh. Just take it easy. You rest. That's the best cure I know.
Cure? What's wrong with me?
Gabrielle, quiet. We'll talk tomorrow.
The way I feel, I'm not gonna make it till tomorrow. I want to know now what's wrong.
All right, you have a virus, a very unusual virus, which somehow has found its way up from the tropics to Holden Towers.
What do we do about it?
Well, that's just it. Right now, we can't fight it.
So, it's uncurable.
I've called the Disease Control Center in Atlanta. I've talked with them. They put a rush on the blood sample we sent down there. They have identified the virus. It's just, right now, there's no antidote.
I don't understand. He said...
What?
Nothing. You said you traced it to the hotel?
Yes. You weren't the only person who got sick, although your case is the most virulent.
Larry, what if you don't find a cure?
No.
What if I die? What's gonna happen to my son?
Take it, Gabrielle. I didn't say it was fatal. Right now, I'm more concerned that in your condition, you're going to be susceptible to a lot of infections. But you're young and you're strong, and you've got everything to live for. You just got to fight it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Larry. I didn't know you were in your way.
Max! No, don't go, please. I'm so happy to see you. Please come closer. I have to tell you something.
It's okay, Aloysius. There's nobody here. You can come in.
Oh, old place isn't like it used to be. But then, which of us is?
Even in the best of times, this place must have been depressing. Are you really sure I lived here?
I haven't lost all my marbles in 25 years. I escorted you home sometimes after your bar had closed. If you think those are mean streets, let me tell you, they were much worse in those days.
This is what I called home? This place? These streets?
Oh, you thought you were so tough, Nicky Smith. But I saw through that little game of yours. Underneath, you were just a frightened, lonely kid. The police.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was just, they're chasing you. They're chasing somebody else. I told you no one follows here. Come on, we were going to put together the bits and pieces of my past that only you can remember.
Well, I'll do my best. But there's one thing still puzzles me, but that memory lapse of yours. I mean, how did it come about? It wasn't the way it happened to the others.
What others?
Well, those kids used to hang out around here in the old days. I mean, they weren't high on life, if you know what I mean. You, I mean, the Nicky that I knew never used drugs.
I didn't. Oh, thank God. That's one thing to be grateful for.
You really don't remember?
No, Aloysius, I really don't remember. There's a part of my life, possibly the most important part, that is missing. And you have to give it back to me, because you're the only one who can.
This is it. You made...
Larry, how's she doing?
Well, there's been no change.
Larry, can I talk to Max privately? Do you mind?
Sure. Not too long. He's got to conserve his strength.
Do you mind? I know how you feel about me. It's all right. Max, I need you to do something for me.
Shh. Larry said you should conserve your strength. Now try not to talk.
I have to. I know he said this isn't fatal, but I don't believe him. I'm sure he's just telling me that, so I'll...
No, I am sure that Larry is telling you the truth.
You can't be sure of that, neither can I. That's why I want you to do something for me. Will you promise me that you...
Okay, calm down. You just ask, I'll do it.
Oh, son. Max, if I die, promise me you won't let him forget me.
Yeah, Gabrielle, you are not going to die.
You gotta promise me this. If you get married, you'll have a stepmother. And no matter how wonderful she is, please promise me you won't ever let Elle forget how much I love her.
He is never going to forget because you are going to be there. Not just a memory. You're going to be a living, breathing mother to him.
I would like that to happen.
Yeah, it will happen, and don't you dare think anything else. Now, I'm going to take good care of Al until you're ready and able to take him back.
It's not enough. I gotta have your word.
Okay, all right. I promise I won't let him forget you.
Thank you.
You try and get some rest, okay?
Oh, there's so much I want to say to you and to Steve.
But now is not the time.
I may not get the time again. You and Steve, you both found me unconscious on the floor. You could have just left me there.
How could we leave you, Gabrielle? You don't know what you're saying.
I do know what I'm saying. You would have had every right to just turn and walk away and leave me, but you didn't. Any chance I have, I owe it to you.
There's something I have to ask you. This is probably not the right time for it. In fact, I'm sure it's not, but it's very important. It affects the hotel, Rob's club, all my guests, everyone. It's very important to us if you could let us know what happened to you right before you passed out.
Oh, I should have known. You didn't come here out of concern for me. You came for information for your damned hotel.
Cassie, you've come a long way, haven't you? Yeah, now you're the tough, cool professional. You see me reduced to this, and you still doubt me.
Okay. You win. You are a thief. What'd you steal?
Steal?
Yes, that's what the Halloween burglar is famous for, stealing. So, what'd you bag? Is it mine, Rob's?
Nothing.
Nothing? What kind of burglar steals nothing?
Well, the kind that was surprised before I could steal anything.
Ah, I caught you in another lie because you were on your way out the door when I ran into you.
All right. You're gonna force me to say it, aren't you? Okay. I had second thoughts about robbing from you and Dorian.
Oh, I suppose now you're going to tell me that you're on your way to a monastery to say penance.
It's not a bad idea.
Will you stop this and stop the joking and tell me the truth once and for all?
Doorbell.
I asked you a question.
That's the doorbell. Dorian wouldn't like it if you didn't answer the door, you know.
Ugh!
Hi.
Melinda!
I got here as fast as I could. I'm so glad you want to see the tape.
The tape.
The tape of the Crime Watch show.
Oh, the tape. I'm sorry, I forgot. Well,
I'm glad I remembered.
Well,
you're going to love it. It's really terrific. It was fun. John.
Oh, Melinda, glad to see you. Never know how glad.
Are you?
Don't ask me to stay.
I really wish you wouldn't leave.
What's this?
Well, it's just it's a Halloween mask I was going to wear to Ace's Halloween party, but, well, Cassie and I decided it wouldn't look too good.
Oh, I don't know. I rather prefer it to what's beneath the mask.
Well, you girls are all right, aren't you? I tell you, I gotta go.
Sean, wait. Sean. Oh.
Well.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's been going on here?
Mission accomplished. It's the proprietor of the White Lion Tavern.
either was too inebriated to know, or else he just didn't care. But I knew that you lied about your age in order to get that job.
Is that how we met? I was tending bar and you were one of the regulars?
Well, I like to think I was rather different than the others. Even if I couldn't afford a nicer watering hole, I did have a certain touch of class.
You still do, Aloysius. You still do. Why don't we get back to our meeting?
Well, you brought out the Sir Galahad in me. No, it's no exaggeration to say that I felt I had to protect you. I recall that incident with the two rough characters who tried to take advantage of your tender years. I put them in their place, right? After that, you told me that I was your only friend. I was the one man you could depend on.
I said that?
Yeah.
Aloysius, it's not really a very easy question to ask, but how close were we?
How? Oh, no. My dear, there was never that between us. No, I was married at the time. Laverne, charming woman. Yes, I still recall her fondly every time the fleet comes into port, even if she did sail away with that Italian boy with the mustache. But que sera, sera.
I'm sorry about Laverne. So we were just friends?
Yes, you shared everything with me in your innocent way. That's why I was so surprised when you told me that you were going to have a baby.
Aloysius, who was the father of my baby?
I am Galileo. I figured out the whole solar...
What's so strange about two people who are partners discussing a case?
Well, at the office, nothing. But in your apartment at night, not to mention the tension that I observed between the two of you.
Tension? There wasn't any tension. John and I were discussing a case, and we couldn't agree on how to handle it. He saw it one way, and I saw it another.
Well, that doesn't explain why he grabbed the mask and ran out as soon as he saw me. I'm sorry. There's something going on here.
Oh, I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you keep sticking your nose in everybody's business.
Now, wait a minute. Don't yell at me just because you and John are having trouble.
I am not having any trouble with John.
I know how difficult he can be. I've been through it. I just thought you should have learned your lesson by now. I guess you haven't.
What are you talking about?
Don't be coy with me. I know what's going on, and quite frankly, I'm shocked.
You know?
Well, the Halloween mask was a dead giveaway.
A dead giveaway of what?
Of what John was doing here.
What?
He came to ask you to Ace's party, didn't he?
What?
Come on, I know I told you that the two of us broke up, but I certainly didn't expect you and him to get together again.
Wait, you think that...
It's not what I think that matters. I just know that John Russell can't stand being without a woman for more than 5 minutes, so he thinks that he can probably come back here, get back together with you, and...
Oh, no, Auntie, listen to me. That is impossible. The thought of it is even frightening. I would never encourage that with John again as long as I live.
Well, in this family, darling, he doesn't need any encouragement, does he?
I am very happy with Rob. I am engaged to him. Nothing can change that.
Well, for your sake, I hope so. It's just that it's been my experience. Things change awfully quick here in Landview.
I did not come here to take advantage. All right. Yes, I admit I am concerned about my hotel and my guests. But they take a back seat to the mother of my child.
So why did you think of them first before me?
Gabrielle, I thought of you first. And what happened to you? Now, you may have been in your showroom. That was part of my hotel. I feel responsible, okay? Okay.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. It's all right.
I'm sorry it should have been so harsh. It's just this fever.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shh.
I can't think straight. It's been so long since I felt your arms around me.
Look, Larry told me not to upset you, and look what I've done. I better leave you alone now.
No, please don't go. I want to help you, really, I do. I can't remember anything.
No. Don't strain yourself, all right? Just try and get some sleep, man. I gotta find a place to stay anyway.
Oh, I forgot. You won't be able to stay at the hotel, will you?
Well, I'll get Al and we'll get a room at the waterside. And if they're booked up, I'll find something.
I don't want to think of the two of you in some hotel room somewhere.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll work something out.
Please, Max, you'd be much better off if you stayed at my house. Why don't you move in there for a few days?
No.
Just let me do this for you, please. It's Al's home. This way he doesn't have to be uprooted, and I'll rest a lot easier if I know you're both safe.
Okay. It'll make you feel better. Stay there. I'll try to keep it clean until they let you out.
If I ever do.
No. Don't talk like that. Now you just close your eyes and get some sleep. It's the best thing for you. Good night.
You don't know who the father was?
No, I don't. Please tell me.
Well, I assumed that it was that boy, that one you met and fell in love with.
The one you mentioned earlier?
Yes. I just guessed that you married and lived happily ever after. Don't tell me that wasn't the case.
No, that was not the case. I don't remember who it was. I don't even remember his name. What was it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd tell you if I knew, but I don't.
You don't know?
No.
You never met him? I never introduced him to you?
No, I'm afraid not. If you did mention his name, well, I'm sorry, but after 25 years, I've just forgotten. Well, I don't understand why you're upset. Back then, you seemed so happy. You were always saying how lucky you were to find a man who could love you like that.
Well, I guess I just had mixed emotions about the whole thing, that's all. I mean, on the one hand, I was very happy that Nicky, that I wasn't alone, that I had somebody, but, oh, God, I wish to heaven I could remember names, faces, and where they are.
Oh, my dear, no, I really would. I would fill up those empty spaces if I could, but, well, one day you were floating on air, you were just counting the days till the baby was due, and the next you vanished. And I never saw you again until tonight. There's something out there. Maybe it's the law. Here, stand back.
Hi. Mom's.
Vicky! No! She's my friend! I'm her friend! Oh, I'm glad I followed you here, Vicky.
Well, I'm grateful you weren't harmed.
Yes, so am I.
But you'd better tell me what your friend is doing here and why she called you Vicky.
Vicky? Oh, no, Nicky. I followed you here from the White Lion Inn, and it's a good thing, too, I might add.
A good thing, is it? Well, the law may have followed you. I'm going to take my farewell, Nicky.
No, Aloysius, please don't go yet. You've been such a big help to me. I need a few more minutes. Maybe you'll remember something that'll make all the difference to me.
I'll do it no good to either of us if I'm in jail.
No, please don't go. Please, take my telephone number at least, all right? When they do paper and pencil. Yeah, I don't think this is good. Paper and pencil. Well, don't go, please.
Make it fast.
I will.
It's so hot in here, my toes are burning.
Aloysius, please. Please, if you think of anything at all that you think might be of any use to me, please call me anytime, night or day. It doesn't matter. And if I'm not home, leave your message, and I'll get back to you.
It's long distance.
Call collect.
Oh, I never thought I'd see the day when Nicky Smith would pay for my telephone bills. Things have changed in 25 years, haven't they, my dear? Well, take care of yourself, my dear. And if the police ask you, you've never seen me.
And he was of help to you? Yes, he was. He really was. He told me everything that he knew for now. Well, thank goodness, then we can get out of here. This neighborhood gives me the heebie-jeebies, and when we're back in civilization, you can fill me in. Oh, God, Renee, he told me that I was an innocent. That I was an innocent with all the things that happened to me. Somehow I stayed unchanged. I don't even know how that's possible. I was so young, I was so vulnerable. I lived here in this room with the man I loved. I guess he lived with me. The father of your child? I don't know. Could be. Aloysius just assumed that it was him, but how will I ever know for sure? What, did Aloysius remember his name? No. He never met him. I never introduced him. So, I'm right back where I started. Darling, I am so sorry about this. Vicky? Vicky, look at this.
Hands off!
You're wearing a path in the rug, Michael. Let me call the hospital and check on Gabrielle.
No, don't. I'm gonna go back to myself.
Won't people wonder why you're taking such a personal interest?
I don't give a damn what people think. I've got to make sure that Gabrielle recovers. Stephen, come in.
Thank you. Good evening, Fraser. Mr. Grand, I'm sorry, but you'll both have to leave here right away. We're evacuating the entire hotel.
That's not easily done, Stephen. You realize it would take a few days to move an office into temporary quarters?
I know. I realize that I'm on your payroll, sir, but I also work for the Holden Towers, and we can't afford to have anybody stay here for legal as well as health reasons.
Spoken like a loyal brother and a good employee. However, you tell Max that I will absolve the Holden Towers of any liability in case of illness. Besides, we're not easily frightened by a virus, are we, Fraser?
Well, that may be so, but I'm not the one you have to answer to, Mr. Grand. Max may insist that you put that in writing.
Of course, if that's necessary. However, he may take it on faith once he realizes the steps that I've taken.
What steps?
Well, I've taken the liberty of contacting one of my own chemical engineering experts, Andre Rochambeau. He's top-notch, right, Fraser?
Oh, yes. Dr. Rochambeau has extensive experience all over the world in biological disasters.
Perhaps you've heard of his work for the Soviets when one of their genetic research centers was damaged by fire?
No, I haven't, but if you say he's top-notch, I'm sure that Max would appreciate his help.
Good. Fraser, why don't you get Dr. Rochambeau's phone number for Stephen?
Certainly.
He'll be expecting your call.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Grand. You know, when I first started working for you and I realized that you wanted me to work for Max, too, I had my doubts. But when something like this happens...
Stephen, I want what's best for you. That can't help but be good for all of us.
There you are.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Grand. I'll be in touch.
You're welcome. Well, Fraser, still worried? Except for Gabrielle's condition, this is almost too easy.
I was so worried about you. I thought I was going to have to go over to Stars and make sure you were okay.
No, I'm okay, but there's no telling when I'll be able to reopen the club again, if ever.
Well, at least you didn't come down with this horrible disease.
Well, I might as well have. If I can't reopen the club, I'm as good as dead.
Rob, it could be much worse than that.
Yeah, I know. At least I didn't come down with the virus, and I'm grateful you didn't either. Especially when I saw all those people rushing out of the hotel afraid for their lives.
Any word about how Gabrielle's doing?
From what Max tells me, she's still in serious condition. For some reason, it's hit her harder than anyone else.
See? We have a lot to be thankful for. We're happy, and we're healthy.
And unemployed.
I was thinking more along the lines of in love.
Yeah, you're right.
Tonight while you were gone...
Yeah?
Well, I started thinking. I started thinking that everything is getting so crazy around here that we should just elope.
Oh, sweetheart, don't tempt me.
Why not?
Because I've got a ton of things to do tonight. I've got insurance forms, employee benefits, and that's just a start. I'm going to be up all night working, so I might as well start now.
No. Look, you've had a really awful day. Why don't we just take the night off and have a good time?
Where is it?
Where's what? Look, I'm sure you...
Damn it, Cassie, I'm not kidding around. Where the hell is it?
What are you yelling at me for when I don't even know what it is that's supposed to be missing?
My little black book. No, I left it in my jacket when I went down to see the crisis at Stars. Now, where is it, Cass?
I'm sorry. sorry. I beg your pardon, but I haven't touched it. I don't know where it is. Maybe you misplaced it when everything happened at the Holden Towers.
Yeah, I suppose it's possible, but I gotta find it.
You are really making me suspicious now. A regular, ordinary address book would never get you this
Don't
fancy.
just stand there. Help me find it.
What is so vital about this little black book of yours?
Look, I told you it is a book with all my business contacts in it, including private personal numbers.
Ooh, contacts, huh?
Now, damn it, Cassie, this does not have a section with blondes and brunettes and redheads. So if you took it out of some stupid fit of jealousy and give it to me.
I was only joking with you, okay?
I am in no mood for jokes.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to the club to make some phone calls if I can remember any of the numbers.
John.
It's amazing. Just amazing. Your blood pressure's back to normal, your heartbeat's strong, your vital signs are all about right. I tell you.
So, does that mean I am as well as I feel?
Yeah, I would say that's exactly what it means.
Oh, that's great news. You don't seem too pleased.
No, I am pleased. It's just dazzling. I've never seen a turnaround quite so abrupt.
Well, you were the doctor who said it wasn't fatal.
Oh, that's true. Still, yours was the most severe case of all, and yet you're in better shape now than any of the ones who came in, stayed at the hospital overnight.
It is miraculous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You know, in my business, we pray for miracles. We don't often see one. Maybe that talk I gave you about strength and fighting, maybe you paid attention to that. I wish all my patients did that.
Maybe I have more than a strong will to live.
Yeah, well, whatever. I want to keep you here for a few more days, make sure everything's all right. No point in having a relapse, right?
Well, something tells me I don't think that's going to happen.
Good. Well, in any case, you take it easy, and I'll check on you later. Good night.
Okay. Good night. Michael.
How you feeling?
Frightened. I've never been this sick before.
Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. I've got something I want you to try. It might help.
I don't know. The doctors say they don't know what it is. What's wrong with me? I shouldn't take anything. What is it?
It's just an old family recipe. My mother used to give me when I was a child. It always cured my fever, so who knows? Maybe it'll take care of yours.
I don't know, Michael.
Trust me, Gabrielle. It's as harmless as chicken soup.
It's horrible.
I didn't say it was going to taste like chicken soup. Now, listen, not a word about this to anybody, okay? I mean, I don't want to be sent to jail for practicing medicine without a license.
Maybe it wasn't a miracle after all.
Just what I need, another pair of homeless bums living on my turf.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize this penthouse was taken.
Look, just beat it, okay?
Hey, are you all right?
Back off.
You don't look very well. Could you use a little help?
I don't need anything, okay? Wait, are you guys pencil pushers from social service?
No, we're not. We're from out of town, actually. I brought my friend here to show her the place because I used to live here 25 years ago.
We have my deepest sympathy, but I'm not conducting tours tonight.
Are you really living here?
What's it to you?
We're just concerned, that's all.
Oh, a couple of bleeding hearts, huh? Well, if it'll make you feel better, why don't you just give me some money and get lost?
Sweetheart, you look like you need more than a handout.
Can't you take a hint?
Look, this is an abandoned building. I'm as dangerous here.
Where's the dangerous? Now get lost.
Renee, put that away. Renee!
Where do you get off?
Don't play tough with me, kiddo.
Listen, smart mouth, and listen good. I don't know why you're sticking around here, but keep it up and you'll be sorry, because I'll use it.
You have never hurt anybody in your life.
You want it bad, don't you?
I think we just should call the police.
Yeah, nobody's calling anybody. Don't take another step.
Renee, please don't. Darling, I have seen your kind before, many times. Believe me.
Just go.
Wasn't easy, was it? Home, wherever, huh? No, because you had nobody to talk to. Somebody hurt you, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They hurt you real bad. And you couldn't stop the hurt, and you couldn't stop feeling trapped. So you decided to go it alone, didn't you, huh? And you took off.
Just get out of here.
And it was real fun at first, wasn't it? Real fun, yes, because you were finally free. But then that savings ran out, and you had no place to turn to, no one to go to, and you were scared, you were tired, you were real, real hungry. And you found that going it alone wasn't as easy as you thought.
I can hack it.
Look at you, sweetheart. You're dizzy, you're weak, you haven't had a meal in weeks. It's real frightening living here, cold, alone. Why don't you let us help you?
Hey, I don't need any help, all right? I'm fine. I belong here.
No, you don't. You belong somewhere where someone can take care of you, where you're safe. Now, don't shut us out and give me that knife.
I am not going to go back.
Back where?
To that home. I hate it there.
Give me that knife. We're going to take care of you. Please, darling, don't be afraid. Give me the knife.